Hello, everyone. Let's see who's coming on here. So I'm going to open up another browser window here. There we go. Hey there. Hey, comment in the chat. Let's see who is. So who's out there? You know, that was pretty bad when I misspelled who 3 times. Yeah, that means I have no business doing a live stream right now. Okay, well, hey, jump on. I am just gonna be killing some time here. Figured I might as well pull up the chat in. Oh, there we go. Okay, it looks like, hey, we got 4 people, it looks like. Hey, yeah, so say hi there. Hey, Joanne. Hey there. How are you doing these days, Joanne? Hey, love to hear from you. Let's see, we got 4, 5, all kinds of people popping up here. Let's see, 6. Yeah, people are logging on. Joanne, I hope you're doing well. You and the dog are enjoying some warm inside time here. So yeah, so let's see. Go ahead and comment in. Let's see who else is jumping on. There are 7 of you, so I know there's some. Okay, I'm gonna turn off auto captions over here because that's just sound looking really weird. Um, all right, let's see. Come on, yep, hop on up. There we go. We got 7 folks so far. There we go. Good. Hey, hello to all of you. Good evening. Hopefully you had some nice dinner. Papa made some pho tonight, which is awesome on a day like this after clearing out, after clearing the driveway. Hey, Joanne. Yes, I'm doing well. We stayed home from work. Me, Kong, Jeremy, Tommy, we all stayed home from the office down at church today because the roads were bad in the morning. So hopefully all of you who are jumping on didn't have to go anywhere. But yeah, so I've been warm and inside most of the day. I had to clear out the driveway, so I did just do that. But then we had a nice hot steaming bowl of pho to warm up my bones. Yeah, so let's hear from who else. Who else is out there? We got 7, 8 people logging in now. Say hi in the chat. Come on, jump on in there. Put down whatever you're doing and say hi. I'd love to say hi to you and see what you're up to. Who's out there? Who's watching? And so we'll give this a little bit of time. It's not even almost 7 o'clock right now. We'll give this a few more minutes for people to jump on to. But my desire with this live stream is for it to be a conversation. Hi, hon. She's down the hall in her study. So but thank you for joining on. I appreciate you're just bumping my numbers to make me feel better. I'm fairly sure that's true. Hey, Sana, hi there. Good to see ya. Hey, John. Oh, it's Sonnet. Oh, hi, sweetie. Oh, hope you and Kashu are doing well. Oh, and little Sonny, you're just growing so much. There's going to be a whole year that we all have just missed you growing, and all of a sudden we're going to see you again, and you're going to be huge and running around, and oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. So, hey, John, good to see you. Susanna, very nice to see you online as well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've stayed warm. There we go. Jan was lazy and stayed in today. That's the way to do a day like today, man. And it's just, have you all heard the weather? It is going to be cold. We could have an entire week of below 0 temperatures here with wind and everything. So, man, it is going to be rough. So yeah, like I said, we'll wait a few more minutes. I love getting little emojis from my wife online. There we go. When she's just down the hall from me. Hi, hon. There we go. Joanne says, are we opening church soon? And that is what we are doing here. I wanted to give you all an update. And so let's see, it's 7:01. We're going to wait 2 more minutes. We're going to wait 2 more minutes, kill some more time here, because that is the $1,000,000 question. When are we opening up? And I've got some answers, some clarities, and I want to fill you in with some of my thoughts. Excuse me, my thoughts lately, and to be able to answer that question to the best that we can right now. So yeah, so let's see who else is jumping online. There we go. We've got. Let's see. Um, okay, it looks like we're settling in at about 7 or 8 viewers right now. So that's good. Good. Um, let's see. So while we're chilling, so this what you're seeing right now is actually my upstairs study. It's kind of my home office where through most of the quarantine. Hey, Kenny, good to see you, man, and hello to the whole Lee family there. Kenny's been for all of you who don't know, Kenny's been awesome in producing some of the worship videos here with Shong and Yiling. So Kenny, great to see you. Kenny and Joanne are also a couple of our home churches. If you haven't heard about the home churches, it's a great way for you to take leadership of your spiritual growth in your home and to recognize that your home really is your first church. It is your first ministry. And whether you live by yourself or with your spouse or with a whole house full of kids. And so you can sign up to be a home church at riverlifemn.com/home church. And you get the cool part is you get a whole bag full of all kinds of cool swag, RiverLife swag. So I just dropped Kenny's off about a week ago or so. Joanne was one of our first ones there to jump on. And so the rest of you, come on, you are welcome to jump on. Oh, now we're bumping up. We're at 13, 14. That's awesome. So continue if you've just joined us lately. Hello, I'm coming to you live from my home office, and you could tell it's my home office because of the abundance of Star Wars stuff in the background. That I've got this shelf right over here of Star Wars, mostly Star Wars Legos with a few droids up at the top and Baby Yoda Mando helmet. And then I've got a whole nother shelf right over there, which if we get bored, I'll take the camera and show you that. A whole nother shelf of more Star Wars Legos. That's been my latest quarantine obsession. What about you? What's been your quarantine obsession? So I've had 3 of them. So in the spring, it was house projects, particularly pavers and tiling and stuff like that. And then came Hamilton. I've lost track of how many times I've watched that awesome musical. And now it's Star Wars Legos. So I am amassing quite a collection here of Star Wars Legos, and I love it because it takes me back to my childhood and appreciating particularly the original trilogy of Star Wars 4, 5, and 6. And I just love not just the toys of Legos, but all the emotions and memories that they elicit. So let's see. Yeah, so hey, we are at 18. We're almost 7:05 was going to be my start time. And so again, say hi. There are a bunch of you who haven't said hi in the chat. My desire is really, this is a conversation. And so at any point, you can throw something into the chat, ask a question, make a comment, anything you'd like. It is open for you. And so that's my goal. There's a reason, because in the past for these COVID videos and updates, I've recorded one and then just posted it. Hey, Kia, hi. And hi, Richard, if you're around watching as well. Oh, so good to see you. Yeah, glad you're joining us here to find out when will RiverLife start in-person services again. So there you go. Yeah, Joanne says cooking. What's going on? Cooking, gaining weight, watching TV. Those sound like pretty good COVID obsessions. I imagine that's a whole lot of us. Aaron, hey, good to see you, man. Hey, glad you're checking in here. Hope you are doing well. Hope all of you were able to stay home and didn't have to bear through the snow and icy roads this morning. And so I'd say let's get started. But first, I'm going to need some water. So I think my wife, Pafua, are you still watching here? Could you go grab me some water? Hey, Johnny, Good to see you, Johnny. Okay, it's so good to see you. Yeah. So, before, could you go down and grab some water for me? Um, if not, then I'll just walk off screen here and go get some when I need some. Okay. Well, hey, let's get started. So I have got some notes right over there to help me keep on track. I'm not expecting this to be long, maybe a half an hour, but I would love to hear any comments, any questions. I want this to be a conversation. And that's why I decided to do a live stream versus a recorded video, because I would love to see this go live and interactive. Um, hello. Oh, okay. Nutse, dali jamon yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need some help from before translating all of that. But I am glad you're here. That was my very feeble attempt at reading some Hmong off the cuff here. Oh yay. Before her was still watching, so she's getting me some water. Thanks, hon. Okay. So here it's kind of the $1 million question right now. When is RiverLife starting in-person services again? Well, and here's the answer. So if you had asked me this back toward the first half of January, I would have told you Easter. In fact, that's what we were talking. We were talking as a ministry team. Thank you. Oh, and there's Chip saying hello. Chip, you want to say hello to the live stream? Come here. Come here. Chip, come here. Ta-da! Hey, Chip. Yeah, who's out there? Oh, look right there. Look right there. There. Okay. Good boy, Chip. Okay, and of course now Pebbles wants to be a part of it. Okay, Pebbles, come here. And here's Pebbles. I think Pebbles should have her own live stream. Yeah, because she's okay. Mwah. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. My Hmong is not very good. I joke that I barely know enough to be of any good whatsoever. But hey, thanks. I appreciate the affirmation. I know. Yeah, well, yeah, we love our dogs too. Yeah. So if you had asked me this back in January, then I would have told you we were thinking after Easter, because the numbers through the COVID numbers through December they were pretty rough. They started to drop a little bit, but they were really taking another spike, and so we were like, okay, we're not going to do this. But there have been a few very positive signs lately, and that I am cautiously optimistic right now. So here are some of the positive signs going on right now. So first, the COVID numbers in Minnesota are the lowest they've been since September, which is amazing. In fact, we've had 3 sustained weeks of decreases. We have not seen that again since fall. So that is awesome. And hopefully, that bodes really well for the trend of COVID. And I just read this one. So as of today, I think it was, or yesterday, I forget, but there are now more in Minnesota. There are more people vaccinated than have had COVID. And that's a really positive, very optimistic marker there. And then lastly, as any of you with kids know, schools are opening up again. And so that means that some schools are trying, and they've determined that there's a low enough risk to get at least the earlier grades. I know that's happening in St. Paul. The earlier grades are going in. So for all of you with kids, let's hear it. How many of your kids are back in school already or going back? So again, if you got kids, St. Paul and Minneapolis, let me know. Let me know if your kids are coming back to school or maybe already back in there. So those are 3 very positive signs. So because of those, I'm sort of shortening our timetable a little bit. And I am hoping that we could actually be, okay, Katie's back in school. Yep, okay. Well, hopefully that she is good and safe. Yeah, Carrie, okay. I was a little confused by Katie. I figured maybe you had another child during COVID and we didn't know about it. But yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah, Joe says that They're back 5 days a week, back hybrid in February 16th. Okay, that's coming up. Yeah, so a lot of the kids are starting school up, and that's been one of my benchmarks through this whole thing is watching the schools. And so, as a result of those three COVID number or observations, I'm optimistic. I am actually even hoping that we will be in person for Easter. So right now, I'm thinking more along the lines of March, maybe. Easter's early this year. Easter is the first week in April. And so I am thinking it is wonderful if we could be in-person services. And of course, we would be hybrid. So we would be in-person services and still online. And our goal is when we do launch into those in-person services, that those online services are still wonderful and personal and valuable and great, just like what you've been experiencing this whole pandemic, or at least the best we're trying. Okay, so yeah, so the reality is I'm not going to commit to a date yet because there are still too many variables. But I am cautiously optimistic now. I am hoping maybe not February, but March, maybe. Let's see. Okay, hey, yeah, Clovis, you're still distance learning. Okay, go. So Clovis, you said you're going to go hybrid for middle and high school February 16th. Okay, that's coming up. That's nice. So get to see some of your friends, get out of the house a little bit. So good to hear. Good to hear. Thanks, Clovis. So well, I'm not committed. We haven't decided on a firm date yet. So that's kind of the short answer to this. We aren't committing to a firm date because there are still too many unknowns right now. And here's some of the trends that I'm watching. So first is probably the biggest one is the 3 new COVID variants. Joanne, thank you. Thank you. Joanne says, doing a great job. Well, I appreciate it. And we love our online services, and we work at making those spiritually meaningful and interactive and enjoyable. And yeah, so thank you, Joanne. So the 3 new variants, that is the big wild card right now. So the scientists know that the 3 variants are more contagious. They have higher contagion rates, but they're less deadly. But the truth is, nobody knows what impact those are going to have. We're seeing the variants show up in Minnesota now. So there's the UK, the South Africa, and the Brazil. I just saw on the news tonight that Brazil, we've now seen 2 instances of the Brazil variant. I think the UK variant is here, and I don't know about the South African. I haven't heard about that one. Any of you know? Any of you know if the South African variant has popped up in Minnesota yet? Yeah, there we go, Clovis. Yeah, I bet you're looking forward to get everyone back in school, but it's a big if. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be praying for that as well. And Ying, hey there, good to see you, man. So Osseo is back full-time for elementary and hybrid. Okay, so the 16th is a big day. So that's great. And so secondary is going hybrid for Osseo. Okay, very, very cool. Hey, and Ying, by the way, congrats on getting into the vaccine. I think I saw that you posted about your first vaccine shot. So awesome. I am 100% behind you. Great job. So you can continue doing that wonderful work you do with your clients, patients. I forget what how you call them. Okay, so the variants, man, we just don't know. So that's why I believe it's wise to hold out a little longer. Okay, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to hold out a little bit longer to watch these variants to see what kind of impact they have on the country and on Minnesota. So that's the first thing that I'm watching, the first variable. Okay, the second one is the schools. I'm going to be watching the schools very closely, particularly St. Paul, since about 60% of our congregation comes from within the St. Paul area. Let's see, yeah, Clovis is saying middle sky school. Okay. Oh yeah, awesome. That's great to hear that your mom got the 2nd dose today. Woohoo! That's great. Oh, give her a big hug, but just not on that arm because it's probably sore. There we go. Yeah, the middle and high school. That's what I'm hearing from a lot of school districts, that the middle and high schools have been the hardest to reopen in person. So, excuse me. So schools, I'm watching the schools. I'm particularly watching St. Paul to see what happens, and I'm really hoping. I don't know if you heard about Woodbury. They opened up and had to close within a week because their bus drivers, the transportation department, was just hit with COVID. And it was hit so hard they couldn't bus students, and they actually had to close down. So I am hoping that's not a foreshadowing of what's going to happen in other districts. I'm hoping that other districts have a smooth opening with low transmission rates, that teachers get vaccinated as well. I am an absolute proponent of getting those teachers, raising them up on the vaccination list. So the school openings, that's the second thing that I'm watching. And then the third thing that I'm watching is the state recommendations. Because here's the truth, that the state still recommends, here's their actual wording. They strongly recommend for virtual services only for churches. I'd like to see that change. I mean, a strong recommendation. And yes, it is okay. It is actually legal for churches to open. But for us, the reality is, we as a ministry team, we as a church, we are just COVID cautious. There are others who are less concerned, and that's okay. They can open up, but for us, it's just not time yet. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, Clovis just commented. Oh yeah, so Bloomington service, Joy commented, Bloomington schools. Yeah. And then yeah, Clovis has commented, I feel like we can have in-person church services and a normal start to school next fall if most of the yeah, I agree. I would love to see much higher rates of vaccination, because if that would happen, it would make this a much easier decision to make. But it's been a rough rollout here in Minnesota. Hey, Sean, good to see you. Yiling, hey, good to see you too. Glad you can jump on. You can catch up with what we saw earlier there. Short answer is, we're not committing to when we're going to start in-person services yet, but I am hoping if the positive measures continue and increase, and the negative risks don't increase or even decrease, I would love to see us back in a hybrid model of in-person and online services, even in March, definitely before Easter. Yeah, I agree, man. Clovis, yep, I'm with you. Let's get some better vaccination rollouts here. So big summary is the things I'm watching the variants. Nobody knows what that's going to be like. And so I really want to see I want to see those not having the effect that some people that we're fearing they might. Schools, I want to see successful school openings. None of this open up and then dial back. And then last, I would like to see the state change their recommendation, which right now is a strong recommendation for virtual services only. I'd like to see that change. So that's kind of the summary of our current thoughts. I am really hoping that we can celebrate Easter in person and online in a hybrid model here. We are leaning into that hard, because we know even once we start in-person services, some of you are going to stay home, and that's okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Clovis. Oh man, Clovis. Yeah, you haven't seen some of your friends since March 6th of last year. Yeah, I bet, man. I feel you. So yeah, I hope we can get going, and those that February 16th rollout goes out well for the middle and secondary schools. Yep. So that's the scoop. We're going to continue online. We're going to continue doing our best to bring you hope, healing, and spiritual growth online. And we are kicking off new initiatives almost every week. So back in December, you heard us talk about the home churches, and sign up to be a home church. You can get a really cool swag bag of RiverLife goodies, and you get a chance to say, my home is a place where hope, healing, and spiritual growth happens. And then also, we just announced just this past week on Facebook that we're doing this Candids for coffee cups. So here is a brand new RiverLife coffee mug. We just got these in, really cool matte black finish, glossy white inside, and they're really cool, RiverLife's logo. And here's the deal. I will give you one of these if you take some pictures of your spiritual life at home. Take pictures of you watching service. Heck, take pictures of you right now watching this live stream. And then find your 5 best ones and email them to me. You send me 5 great at-home photos, and I'll send you one of these coffee mugs. Okay, so that is Candids for coffee cups, and it's going to be great because I want to build a library of life at home. We have plenty of pictures of life in the building, but we want our spiritual life at home because that's what this year has shown us is our spiritual life at home is just as important as our spiritual life at church. There you go. Yeah, let's see, Clovis. Yeah, you almost, yeah. Ooh, okay, you've heard about teenagers. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about teenagers yet. So you've heard that late spring, early summer, teens might be able to get vaccinated. That'd be great. Yeah, so Clovis, I'm with you that I'm thinking that we'll be able to go full bore in the fall. That things will be a lot safer. We'll be vaccinated. Numbers hopefully will be dropping. But we are going to look to open for those who are comfortable with heavy social distance, seating, no kids ministry, all of those things, no hugs, and all of that. But we are hoping that if the numbers continue, that we're going to be hoping to get to in-person and online hybrid services happening in March. So that's the scoop. Oh yeah, Sean said do it. Yeah, look at that. See, they are nice mugs, man. They are sharp looking things. So yep, all you need to do, take some pictures. You can stage them. They can be candids. You can take selfies. We've all got, in fact, I'm going to do that right now. Grab your phone. Okay. I'm going to selfie myself live streaming. Okay, here we go. Ready? I know this is very meta. Ready? There we go. Go. Take a shot of you watching the live stream. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see. So, new thing you asked, will you still require masks? Absolutely. Masks will be required. We'll do check-ins, hand sanitizer. We'll have gloves available for those who like to wear gloves. But yeah, for right now, definitely we will have masks mandatory, no exceptions. So yeah, and hopefully you are still wearing your mask anywhere you have to go. You're wearing your mask because that's one of the best things that you can do to limit your transmission and also your susceptibility from others. So you've heard this stuff over and over again. Wear your mask. Limit your travel. The reason we have the Brazil variant in Minnesota is because a couple people traveled to Brazil and came back. So limit your travel, and definitely we got the Super Bowl coming up. So I'm just going to plead with you, watch it at home. Don't go to Super Bowl parties because that is just between communal food inside, lots of screaming. Stay home, watch it, and jump on Facebook or Discord to chat with your friends. If you want to watch it with other people, but please stay home because I want to make sure, I want to see you safe. I want to see you in person once we launch in-person services again. And I don't want to see, we've seen a lot of loss this past year. In fact, probably all of us can attest that we've lost family members. And I just don't, that's tiring. It's heartbreaking. So please stay home. Wear your masks, wash your hands, limit your interaction with other people indoors and outdoors, and hang in there. As I'm working on a new RiverLife website, and I was playing around with some different taglines here, and one of them is, "This has been a hard year, but God is still good." So remember that. Oh, Joe, thank you so much. Joe says she's very proud of our leadership team for our wisdom over COVID. Thank you very much. Um, we are thinking through this the best we can, and we're praying for wisdom, and we're making cautious decisions because we don't want any of you, any of your parents, we don't want any more loss and any more illness. And I know, Clovis, man, I'm with you. We have lost so much this year. It is heartbreaking. And so let's do our part. Let's sacrifice a little bit to do our part so that one day this year, one day we can get back to normal and we can celebrate and we can hug and high five um, and do all of that. Okay, everyone. So, hey, any other questions? Hey, post them up. We've got any other questions you'd like? And while we're waiting for people to comment, I'll take you on a little tour of some of my Star Wars. As I said earlier, I've been my quarantine obsession over the last few months have been Star Wars Legos. So here's my other set. So I am working on a Battle of Hoth display over here. So we've got the AT-AT, the ATST, a couple fighters there. This one was my most recent set. It's the Wampa Cave. I'm loving this guy. He's even got a little turkey leg in his hand, and there's Luke hanging upside down. Here's the one that started it all, was my Millennium Falcon. Again, more incredible ships, some of the best ships in the Star Wars universe. Here we go. This one's probably one of the cooler sets to represent the most iconic scene in Star Wars history. Is you know it, you love it. I am your father, Luke. Okay, there we go. Enough of that silliness. Okay, so there we go. There's killing some more time. I'm not seeing any questions pop up, so I'm going to guess that that means I answered your questions. Okay, let's one more chance. Anybody else? Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So wow, it was March 16th. That's when everything shut down. Man, we are almost a month away from that. Thanks, Clovis, for that date. Wow. Yep, it's been pretty crazy. Well, hey, I love you, and I look forward to seeing you online every Sunday. And enjoy your evenings. Stay warm. Hopefully, you can have some nice hot coffee, a cocoa, nice bowl of pho or something, and you can stay warm here. So I love you all. I look forward to seeing you online, and become a home church. Be a home pastor on Sunday mornings. Take pictures, send them in to photos@riverlifemn.com, or you can just send them to me at greg@riverlifemn.com. And we'll get you a coffee mug. And then stay tuned, because the next few weeks we're going to be announcing a few more initiatives to help you engage into service and engage your faith. Okay. Oh, I love you too, Joanne. Thank you, everyone. There we go. Stay safe, stay warm, everyone. I love you, and enjoy the rest of the night. See ya.